Hey y'all, welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. My name is Sammy and on this channel we do DIYs, wood signs, and let me tell you there is tons of laughter to be had on this channel. Today I'm linking up with Melissa Makes It DIY for her So You Think It You Can Craft challenge. So I will tell you more about that later in the video. I also want to give a big thank you to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. I have already showed you the basics when using your Cricut. So today we're going to go one step further and I'm going to show you how to make some amazing decor using the Cricut Joy and the Maker. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so the first DIY. Look at this weathered scrap piece of wood. I am loving it. So we're going to take this and then I'm going to just go in with a sanding block. This is like the roughest sanding block you can find at Dollar Tree. I'm just cleaning it up. I love all the dirt and the gunk on it. So I don't want it to be like fully polished up. I just want to get the debris off. And then of course our little ladybug, that helps clean up so much. Okay. So after I'm done with that, I just kind of wipe it down, trying to get that excess off, because if you don't get that excess off, your vinyl will not stick to it. So I'm going to go ahead and measure the top, at least attempt to measure the top. I'm going to mark off my holes and then I'm going to get my drill gun and drill that straight through, and you'll see why later. I definitely highly recommend investing in a drill gun, y'all. So after that, we're going to take our linen white chalk paint by Rustoleum, and I am going to give this a light coat. Now, I will say I didn't intend for the sign to be this way. I actually wanted to put the vinyl down first and paint over it so you could see the wood, but it is what it is. All right, y'all. So we've already went over the basics of how I create my shapes and then put my letters in. For those of you that have never done it vertically, all you have to do is highlight your entire box and you come up here and see the align. You're going to align it. You could do center vertically, and then to make sure that your letters are right on top of each other, you will then, which I already did, come up here to arrange, and then you will make sure that they are in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and we are actually going to use, yes, our Cricut Joy. So you guys know I always use the Cricut Maker. I am busting this beauty out and we are gonna try it out for the first time together. Okay, so it just checked the length of my material. This is the smart vinyl. Excuse, it's on the floor, but it's such a long piece. But this is the smart vinyl. It doesn't need a mat, which I think is the coolest darn thing ever. And if any of you make wood signs, you know how cool this feature is, and that this is going to cut 41 inches worth of a stencil for me. Okay, so doing this together for the first time, let's see how it goes. So I just press go and it's connected to my Bluetooth here. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh. Oh gosh. Floor isn't probably the best place to put this since I have dog hair everywhere, but yes. All right, so I'm gonna let this go and then I will come back on and let you know what I think. You guys, this machine moved so fast. I mean, and it still blows my mind that this is cutting 41 inches of vinyl without a mat. And I am just shook. I can't believe it took me this long to take this out of the box. I don't know why I was so intimidated by it. Okay, now we're taking it. I already put the transfer tape over it, which the Cricut Joy, they have sizes. So it's smart vinyl. And then they also have the same size in their transfer tape as well. So after playing around, I finally got it on. I'm just rubbing that down here. And now taking my chalk paint, Rich Black by Folkart, and this is actually a chalk paint brush, but I'm using it as a stencil, like to paint the stencil, and it works very well. And y'all, you will never guess how great this turned out. Look at this, and look at this long sign in one swipe. I did not have to slice this image. It cut in one. This took me less than 20 minutes to make because I did not have to slice the image. I didn't have to connect different pieces of my vinyl. Oh. And right here, I'm just sanding it down with that same rough sanding block. And then we are going to take some nautical rope after that. I'm using the thinner version from Dollar Tree. I'm going to tie this in a knot right here. And I love the way this turned out. And I still cannot believe this took me less than 20 minutes with the Cricut Joy. Like, hello. And look at how gorgeous and distressed this is. And y'all, you need to check out the Cricut Joy. I'm not playing with you, especially if you're someone starting off. It is a great beginner machine. All right, you guys, how did you like that first sign? That is my absolute favorite. I got inspired by something I saw on Pinterest, and I was like, I can totally make that. And using the Cricut Joy, that was so much fun. I think it just shocks me that it could go matless, and I'm totally digging that aspect of it because it makes it easy. And I love that you can cut longer than 24 inches from it. I mean, that makes a world of a difference, especially if you're somebody that does like wood signs and stuff. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. So you guys, you know the drill. If you're digging me, if you're digging the channel, if you're digging the DIYs, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. I am so close to 50,000 subscribers. Ooh, I can feel it, you guys. All right. So you guys, I am going to be collabing or co-hosting, I should say, with Melissa Makes It DIY. Her challenge is So You Think You Can Craft, and every month they, the co-host, I believe, gets to choose a different item to craft with. So of course, knowing me, I chose scrap wood. So everything that you see today is going to be scrap wood that I had in my garage, in my basement. So I hope you guys really enjoy these. Make sure to check Melissa's challenge down in the comments. There's going to be a playlist, and I will leave the link to her channel as well. So let's go ahead and get back into these DIYs. All right, our next wood DIY. So I got a bunch of this scrap wood off of Facebook Marketplace for like dirt cheap. And there were these pieces of fencing. So these are like rough, like super, super rough, even have nails still in them rough. So I'm going to line all of these up together. I'm going to get my super glue wood glue from Dollar Tree. Y'all, this stuff works just as good as like the Gorilla wood glue. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to connect all of those together. You need to let them dry. And then I'm taking that same linen white. I love how rough these pieces of wood are. Like, love them. Do you see that texture on there? So we're going to go ahead and finish painting this, and then we're going to hop on over. No, we're not. No, we're not hopping on over to our Cricut maker yet. So after we're done with this, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of the large paint stir sticks. And we are going to use that to measure and then, you know, amp this up just a little bit more. So make sure to measure the top and the bottom. I tell y'all, it's not the same size on the top and the bottom. So don't get all cut and happy. Measure both of them out. And then I'm going to take my table saw, like you've seen me do a lot of times, and I'm going to cut those down to size. And after we're done with that, I wanted these to match. I didn't want them to look brand new on this weathered piece of wood. So I took hazelnut, painted those, and that's by Waverly. And then I took the white and kind of just, you know, gave it a distressed look so it blended in with the fencing as well. Now I'm going to apply this with the same wood glue, and then I'm using hot glue on this. You guys can also nail them in for added security if you'd like. And after I know that, I'm going to measure my width and my height in between those two pieces, and we're going to go head over to the Cricut maker. Okay, y'all, so I designed this in Cricut Design Space. I used like the pig image and the banner from Design Access, and then just paired together different fonts for this. I did already weld it all together so that it'll cut in one piece. We will be using Infusible ink, so when we press Make It over here, you can see it's one image. Now it's telling me to use a 24-inch mat, but we are only cutting, we're cutting less than 12 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and press continue. And then we have to mirror our image because we have to flip this image onto our board. So I'm going to go ahead and flip that. And then I'm gonna do, where are you? Infusible ink transfer sheet right there. Already got that loaded, and we are gonna go ahead and cut, and then we're gonna move on to our sign. All right, so now that we got that all cut out, the infusible ink sheets like pop out. You don't need to weed them. You actually need to like bend them, and the paper kind of pops out on them. It's actually really cool, but I do have to tell you guys, learn from my mistakes, because I left this out after cutting it for 2 days. That is a big no-no. The infusible ink needs to stay in its black bag in a closed space. It should not be sitting like out in the open, but I was convinced that I was not going to waste this. So here I am, I'm going to try it. So I put it face down. That's why we mirrored it in our studio. Taking some butcher paper, I did 385 at 80 seconds, and I am going to press down on this. Now you will see after I'm done with my first attempt here, this was my first time doing this on wood. Everything I do with you guys is usually first time. You could see it did not show up like I thought it would, and that's because I left it out in the open. So I went back to my cutting machine, my Cricut maker, and I cut it out once again, and I was like, no, this is not going to be a failed project. So here I am. This time I'm going to use heat resistant tape from Cricut. That's going to help hold it down. So I try it again. Now I will say, if you were to use like a wood round or something and try this on a smooth surface, it would probably come out flawless. Mine, however, I am on weathered wood. There are nooks, there are crannies, there's a bunch of grooves, so it's going to be hard for that infusible ink to get in all those nooks and crannies. So I go over my image like 4 different places. You can see right here. Yes. Okay. I'm totally digging that. It almost looks like it's sun bleached. Now I'm just drilling holes. You actually don't even need a drill to put these hooks in. You could just apply pressure and twist them. I was just making it easier on myself here. And yeah, I love it. I want to try the infusible ink on a wood round. Oh my gosh, it would probably be awesome, especially with all the prints they have in infusible ink sheets. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so now I'm going to feed my twine or my nautical rope through here, the rope, whatever it's called. And I wanted it, of course, to like go with my grocery sign. And then I just put some white on those hooks just to blend it all in. And this is how it came out. Now you can use this. I mean, imagine too, if you didn't want a kitchen, you could use this in the bathroom and like put that basket on there, hang some little towels. You can do kitchen utensils on here. And you guys, that was so fun and so easy to make. And I'm so glad I tried it on wood, because you guys know I love my wood signs. So definitely worth trying out with the infusible ink. All right. Last one. You guys, this scrap wood, look at all this. Like this one even has like tons of nails still stuck on it. I have a bunch of different pieces. So this I think was flooring or molding. I have no idea, but I cut them down to size. Sorry for like kind of like that filmy look. My phone was dirty from cutting these pieces. I'm going to go ahead and just do all of these in linen white. I don't cut or paint the middle there, or the base, I should say. So now I'm just taking my wood glue and hot glue, and we're going to glue our ends on first. And then I do the bottom. You guys, oh, where is my mind? I literally put that on the bottom of the side. Okay, so I'm going to put it on the side. There you go, that it's attaching to. Then our front. Now, I should have put wood glue and hot glue on the sides of this piece as well. Don't know what I was thinking, but if you were to like sell these or something, you would need to put nails through here just for added security. So just a heads up if that's on your minds. All right, so now that that's done, can't wait to show you this. Okay, so we're over at our Cricut maker, and y'all, I'm so excited. I just learned how to do this myself, so I'm excited to show you. So I already pre-made a rectangle, and then got my text typed out, which says recipes, and this is in the font Easton. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this into my box, and then I'm gonna go to arrange, move forward. So I am making the box bigger because we are going to make this a reusable stencil. So I'm gonna highlight everything, and then I'm gonna come over here to the bottom right, do slice, Do you see how it separates everything here? So we don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. And then we're going to come over to shapes again. And I'm going to get a square. And I am going to turn this into any day now. Come on, click. Like little baby lines. Okay, I don't know. Let's make them red so you guys can kind of see them. I'm going to duplicate. I need 2 of them. And we have to make sure, see the inside of like the R and then the P. We need those to be connected if we want to use this as a reusable reusable stencil. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this one here, put it right there. Okay, so you see that? Now we are going to highlight the entire thing and again, weld it. Okay, so now you see that it's connected. All right, so now you guys, I am using, no joke, index dividers. This is from the Dollar Tree. There's 8 in here. Okay, I already did a practice run. I told you, this is my first time doing this. They do make stencil film as well. This is what I had on hand and I was like, oh, I am so trying this on my Cricut. So again, so here it is. It's already lined up for us. And then remember, we already made this box so that we are not going to go outside the lines when we paint. I am going to press continue. And then you guys, this is how easy the Cricut is to use. Okay. Like browse materials. Ooh, hello, focus, right? And then I'm going to go down to, I mean, you guys could see how many materials this thing cuts. It's absolutely insane. Okay, so let me go down. Sorry. Okay, nope, not paper. Plastic, okay? Has all these different options for plastic. Well, right there, it says stencil film. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click stencil film. And you guys, this cuts like butter. So let's go over here. And it's going to start cutting for us. It's going to detect that we have the right tool, which we do. And yeah, let's get this bad boy cut. We'll go ahead and I am so excited that I figured out how to do this. Do you know how much money this would save you in the long run if you're somebody that makes like repeat items for craft shows or, oh my gosh, or like even during the holidays? Oh, okay. You guys, this cut so fast, so fast. And the setting, everything worked out perfectly. I didn't have to adjust anything on the machine. Oh my God, I'm so excited. There we go. Okay, so now we're back. Now you're gonna weed this out just like you would any normal vinyl piece. But the thing is, when you take it off the mat, I'm using the light grip mat, you need to go slow. You don't want to rip those connector pieces on your reusable stencil. So I'm just going really slow. And then look, you guys, we got a reusable stencil. I am so excited. This is going to make projects in the future just so much easier. And then you don't have to cut every single time. Like, yay. Okay, so I just held this down. I'm using my stencil brush from Dollar Tree, my Rich Black Folkart chalk paint, and we are just going to stencil this in. And y'all, it worked perfectly. Just as good as any other stencil. I'm so excited that I tried this out for you guys. Oh, I'm so excited. And you could do this with the Cricut Joy too. It's the same blade that's in the Cricut Joy. So all you would have to do is cut this down to size. And there we go. Look at how crisp that looks. And then I took my sanding block, sanded over, and I tried a couple different things, but I was like, you know what? Simple is the way to go. So I put a mason jar in there with some florals, wooded spoon, index cards for recipes, and that is it. You guys, these wood scrap pieces turned out absolutely amazing. The Cricut Joy and the Cricut Maker helped these projects go from like drab to fab for sure. I'm going to leave any of the links of the stuff that I used in today's video regarding Cricut will be in my description box. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out Melissa Makes It DIY's playlist down below to see what other creators made with scrap wood this time. Have a good day, and I will see you back soon.
Your hair is crazy too. It's
Crazy. What is that one song? You know when you're thinking of a song and you get it in your mind, but I can't get it out of my mouth. Butterfly sugar, baby. Anybody? Crazy Town. What is it called? Oh! Nope. Butterfly sugar, baby. Don't know. Don't know. We're going to get over it. We're going to get on with this because you got a busy day. Still crooked, some crooked. I don't know. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. My name is Sammy, and on my channel we do DIYs, wood signs, and there are tons of laughter. There is. No, let's not do that. Yeah. The Milani concealer from Dollar Tree is good.